So part of your speech, you need to be prepared. So you need to have your speech memorized. So for example, I mean, it doesn't have to be 100% memorized, but it has to go with a good flow. You have to know exactly what you're doing.
You shouldn't have to take the notebook like this up like ours. We're very unprepared.
You need to have your eye contact. That's part of being prepared, because that means you know what you're doing. No stuttering. That's part of being prepared, because then you aren't going to sound like you're dumb. Tucker, what else?
Alright, so also when you're prepared, you gotta feel confident in yourself. You won't be prepared if you aren't confident in your ability to give the speech. To where you will be, most likely, your brain will make you or you'll be uncomfortable giving your speech. But if you are confident in your speech, you will also help you being prepared.
One other thing for being prepared, you always need to have your rubric. If you don't have your rubric, then you're not going to get graded, or you're going to have to pay somebody for a rubric.
Yeah, like me last year.
Here's an example of preparedness.
How you doing, Mr. Hill?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm good.
Are you ready to give your speech?
No.
Okay, we'll start.
Okay, so I spend a lot of my free time playing video games, and I do this a lot in the. I don't have a visual aid for y'all, and I was very unprepared. I don't even have a rubric. I'm sorry.
Okay, so why don't you have a visual aid?
Because I forgot.
Well, why didn't you come up with it?
Because I just forgot about the speech.
And what was your rubric?
I lost it.
So,
That was a bad example.
Tucker was obviously very unprepared. He didn't have a visual aid or his rubric, which is part of his speech. So, next is transitions and pauses.
Wait, do they want to see a good example though? Alright.
Next is transitions and pauses. So, for example, when you're doing your transitions, you shouldn't be saying and or any of that stuff. You're going to sound really unprepared and bad. So that sort of goes with preparedness. Don't do random words. Just use like actual transitions. Try to connect it to other ideas, that type of stuff. And when you're pausing, you need to make sure that it's like not applicable, but it's a good pause. So
You want to make it also like flow together to where you can't go like, hey, you start talking about one subject and then go, oh, and just so you know, oh yeah, completely on the other side. Yeah, Vietnam War was awful. You can't do stuff like that. It's gotta make sense and go with your topic.
So if you're gonna do that stuff, you need to make sure it's an effective way that you're doing it. So here's a bad example of it.
Okay. Yeah, here's my rubric, Mr. Hill.
Thank you.
Alright, so, Siege, it's a very fun game, and Pulse, yeah, you can depict them into a triangle. 3 speed for agile. The UMP for power, and then is art, beat, sense, or this represents speed, power, and being able to see through stuff. Hold up. That's a triangle. They're coming for me, man. They're coming for me. It's the Illuminati. They're coming for me. If you don't know what they are they're this evil, devil worshipping group that are lizard people from space. Yeah, I'm freaking out here, man. That's a bad example.
Okay, so you were much more prepared than this, but you said no way too much, so that's something you need to improve on. And you also need to focus on when you're pausing, you need to make your pauses effective. So just work on that.
So all that, that is part of my free time playing Siege and all that stuff, but no, Illuminati's fake. Reptiles are fake, yeah, but
So
this has
thank you.
been pauses and preparedness and transition. Have a good day.